Welcome back to Ozarks Live. I'm here with the lady behind Eating the Ozarks, Rachel West, of course. How are you, Rachel?
Amazing.
It's
fall. It's my favorite
fall.
season
I
besides
love
spring.
most of what you brought here, and we'll talk about the stuff that I'm not sure about here in a little bit. The grubs. She brought grubs, but
they came
let's
in the
focus on
acorns.
this first.
Got it. So right now, if you guys have a oak tree, you are hearing acorns popping everywhere. You might even be walking outside with your head.
So these are both
over.
acorns. What's the difference here?
So this is a bur oak acorn, and these are off of a different type of tree. This is a white oak, but I also have a couple little red oaks thrown in here.
Oh, okay.
And so white oak acorns, like the bur oak and like these white oak, they are usually only on the tree for about 8 months, and they usually tend to grow a little bit larger than the red oak. The red oak hold their acorns for a full extra year, almost 15 to 16 months.
Really?
And so because of that, they're usually smaller because they want to hold on to their seed longer. And then they also are more tannic, which means that they're a little bit more bitter.
I was going to ask if they were tougher or...
A lot of people will think that acorns are not edible because if you tried to get one right now, and these that I've even had soaking in water, and you just tried to eat it, it would be a little bit bitter and tannic, kind of like a persimmon that's not ripe yet.
Okay, but there's a shell here, right? And then that's actually inside.
So here, I'll crack open one for you really quick.
Oh, she brought her rocks. She's gonna get at it.
All you really need, they're really easy to crack. It's quite surprising. If you've ever hacked into hazelnuts or anything, they're like that. They've got a really soft shell.
Oh,
and so this is your nut meat. If I'm turning it into a flour, I really don't typically worry about any little spots like that. You can cut them if you want.
Can you just eat them like that or not?
No, the bur oaks, I have had some that are pretty mild and you can eat them straight off the tree, but most you want to at least bring to you can do a boil or a cold leaching. So if you bring it to a boil, you're going to notice it looks like gasoline floating on the top of your water.
Really?
And that is the tannins
oil?
that are coming up out of some of the oils, but mostly the tannins that are coming up out of your acorns.
So you don't want that part?
No.
Okay.
And so right after the first one, if you don't notice very much, especially on like the bur oaks, they're typically a lot sweeter. I just taste it right out, and then if they're sweet, if they're still a little bit bitter, then you might want to boil them again.
Okay.
The natives in our area actually did cold water leaching, and so they would bury baskets full of the cracked nuts in a stream and allow the water to do the work.
And how long does that take?
It can take up to a couple weeks.
Okay.
But the cold water leaching is going to leave you with a thicker flour because you're not boiling off a lot of the different oils.
Is that the main purpose that you use these for, is for flour?
Yeah. So for flour, you can make tortillas, breads. So today I brought you in this is acorn flour and pumpkin. So fresh roasted pumpkin and then the acorn flour, and the pumpkin adds the moisture that I would sometimes use the egg or something else. And
what does the acorn flour itself by itself taste like? I mean, this will taste like
cornbread. It's got a really like cornbread-like texture to it.
Is that why they call it acorns? That's
Maybe.
Really good.
So when you're cracking though, really quick, let me show you a trick. When you're cracking, if you have, and I should have actually had a little bit more water in this, but if you're gathering a whole bunch and you've got your kids helping you, they're going to be gathering ones that have little holes in them, and I actually had one here. But if you notice any little slight holes, let's see if it was that one. There we go. So if you notice these little holes in them,
does that mean
right here, that means that there's a little weevil or a grub. And Cammie, I might have...
Uh-oh, did we lose him?
I'll find them for you, but here, let me crack this one
do
really
I need
quick.
do I need to stay away from those?
No, if you notice the hole though, those are the ones that you know that there's already a grub, so you don't even have to worry about cracking them unless you are in the market of harvesting for grubs.
Which you are sometimes.
Sometimes, and so if you notice the little bitty grubs, I'm sorry I lost it on here. It's what I do.
Well, Rachel, tell us where we can
back.
find you online.
eatingtheozarks.com. I'm offering a foraging certification with Bo Brown that's starting up this next spring.
No way. And we can find that on your website.
Yes, ma'am.
All the information. Thanks again for being here and for my pumpkin
You're
bread.
very welcome.
I love it. Coming up on Ozarks Live, lots happening in the world of celebrity. We'll get you caught up after the break.